on in. I'm going to give you all some moments to come in. Okay. I'm making this video real quick. I don't even have the time to make the video, but I'm making the time to make the video just so that I can connect with you all. My poor Bantu knots have gone asunder. They've gone astray. They're just doing whatever it is they want to do up there. I look like those old cartoons or the old little dolls of the little girls who have their hair just in little thingies all over. That's how I am, how I feel right now. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I just wanted to come out and do this video real quick because when I don't do videos, I start to deteriorate. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't think deteriorate is the right word, but I start to have adverse feelings and stuff like that. So connecting with you all, making these videos, they really help me just keep my head on straight. I really enjoy making the videos. They are a pastime. Not, listen, if it was work, I'd be getting paid, but it's really more of a labor of love. But I I just wanted to connect with you all real quick because I'm getting ready to work out for the first time since my surgeries this past summer. And so I feel like I've healed enough and rested enough to come onto the other side. I've restarted my calisthenics program and today is my first day. I just got a notification, but come on in. It looks like YouTube is not cooperating with your girl. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this YouTube page, y'all. I really honestly don't. But nonetheless, good morning, Vera. Good morning, Nubian. So, welcome in. As you see, everything is a mess. My whole place is just torn apart, junk everywhere. I'm not, that's not even the right screen. I don't know what's going on. That's not the, here. Well, that's not, what am I doing? Okay. Let's just calm down. This is it right here. All right. So Crystal just took a midterm. So I'm in the process of my midterms right now. For those of you who don't know, I'm a graduate student in the field of psychology. I'm getting my master's. I have been considering the doctorate, but I really honestly don't know what's happening with the United States. So I don't know if I'm going to have to look abroad for a country that's more stable to get my education there so that I could just concentrate on doing that. Speaking of which, Jessica, I I started the app. The app has been started. That's going to replace the text notification squad because there's always these different changes behind the scenes with the telecom communications and different laws and statutes here in the US. So um I don't even know what to say. So Lisa, I can't see my thing. It's like, what's happening? It's like my board, my control board. I can't see. Let me move it this way. Oh, but now the junk, you can see the junk. Let me put my hand up so you can't see the junk behind me. Okay. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Let me, okay. What was I trying to do? Oh, trying to see the comments. Lisa says, Gal, stop playing. You are prolific and you definitely got this. Breathe and be still in your power and intelligence with a cap and gown. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. Michelle says, I may have to go back to school just so I can get in school deferment for my student loan. My job has tuition reimbursement. Listen, I feel you on that. You know what? This is good. So if I have the comments up here, then I'm on this side of the screen and you all can't see the junk behind me. So that's good. So yeah, no, it's been pretty hectic, and I gotta be really honest. I'm very unhappy right now, and part of the reason that I'm unhappy is I'm inundated. I'm inundated. I think midterms at a a regular institution would be rigorous, but at an Ivy League, it just takes it up another notch because there's so much to do, a lot of papers to be written, a lot of like one of my classes, um, the professor sent us a message. So we had an intensive this past weekend, and the professor sent a message that week letting us know that there are three books that needed to be read before the intensive. And when I looked at the books, it was over 1,500 pages worth of reading for that one class in 1 week. And it's like I'm in 6 classes right now because you all know that I was not well my first 2 semesters, so I really just concentrated on healing. I had a lot of procedures and a lot of stuff that needed to be done. And then this semester, in order to graduate on time, I had to take um, more classes, and some of these classes are not available in the spring, so I had to take them this fall. Like developmental psychology is not available in the spring; it's available this semester. So, and then also I'm in a Black Studies class, and there's a different class in the fall. I'm sorry, in the spring. So that, and then I'm taking another class on trauma, and that class, I just, I just feel like, I feel just, I'm inundated, inundated. It's just a lot. And so, yeah. Shantea says, you got this, Tonya TKO. That's what you say. That's what you say. That's what you say. I am trying to I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. And then because that class is an intensive, the midterm is next week. And the midterm is 10 pages with cited sources. And I'm like, okay, so with all of the other things, yeah, so I just wanted to come and talk to you all for just a few moments before I go and work out, because in the African American Studies class, there's a lot. There's like, but the thing is that the readings are so good that I want to do the readings, but so I went to this. So my Black Studies department, my Black Studies department had like a town hall this past week, and one of the professors, so like the stuff that I'm learning is so prolific. I want to share so much of this with you all. And then the school I'm in is offering a PhD in Black Studies. And I'm like, oh, do I get my PhD in Black Studies or do I continue along the psychology route? But what it is that I'm learning in Black Studies, a lot of what we are facing as Black people is assaults that are happening to us because of this system that we're raised in. And I'm like, and then also in my feminism class, so my feminism class, like I I don't I really 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 I don't want to say this, but I really I'm just going to say I don't resonate. I don't want to say I dislike teachers who are avid readers, but like some teachers, you can tell when they're avid readers because they assign a book a week plus research papers. And so, like last week in my feminism class, the book we were supposed to read was Caliban and the Witch. And I had to put the thing through AI, and the AI turned it into a podcast, right? And then when I was in the class and we were having our discussion, I was able to intelligently talk about, the book based on the podcast, but the podcast only says so much. And there were some key points that I missed that were just not discussed, like nuance and all that other stuff. And it's like, so what? So I was at this town hall from the Black Studies department, and like this one professor, she's the one who showed us the floor plan. So like that picture that all of us are seeing of the slave ship with all of the bodies laid down, that was merely a plan. That's not a picture of what it looked like. That was a plan that someone created because they wanted to find a way to haul, to maximize the amount of bodies that they can put. So they laid the bodies out. And it was supposed to hold 242 enslaved people on the bottom deck. And they ended up putting over 700. So even though that floor plan had the bodies laid out, they still sat people up three in a space. So it's kind of crazy. So nonetheless, so I was like telling her, I was like, there's too much reading. I'm like, there's just too much. And she was like, oh girl, she was like, get Speechify, right? And she was like, yeah, get Speechify. And I went to Speechify, and she was like, Speechify will read the books to you so that while you're walking, commuting, all this other stuff, you can be hearing the books in your head. And so I started that last week, and I was able to get through about one third of a book. And then this past weekend, I was able to read all of my research papers plus a chapter from a book. And so I'm not going to say that. So this morning, I got mainly caught up. I have not done the readings for the Black Studies class. I have not done the readings for the feminism class. I did the readings for the trauma class. I haven't done the readings for the developed psych class, but that's mainly a lecture, so I can get by without doing the reading because it's a textbook. What else? I have an elective which also assigns readings. I'm going to my elective today. I know that this conversation is probably boring for you all. How are you all doing? How's things going on out there in your life and fam? Plus dealing with all of this and the constant news cycle and threat. And then also, because I'm at an Ivy League school, I'm at one of the schools that Trump attacked. And there's a lot of craziness that's going on. This past week was the anniversary of 2 years ago when Hamas um, flew some missiles over at it. Oh, I don't. There's some words I don't even want to say. Where H threw some missiles at I, and then so they had this big memorial on campus, and I was in this table debate, right? So I go to these table debates to speak with other people, and there was they had the table debates on the day of the anniversary, and this guy was telling me that everybody needs to be mourning on this day, and this we don't even need to be saying anything, we just need to be mourning and just be sad and all this other stuff. And I'm like, sad? Didn't you all get your revenge times 10? I'm like, you're saying that XYZ happened to 1,000, and you all have done back to the hundreds of thousands. So I'm like, you want us to be, I'm like, I'm like, you got your retribution. You did your eye for an I times 1,000. Like, come on. So we get game points for commenting. Is that what it is? You know what? I am trying to one of the things that I am trying to do is I'm trying to bring the comments that are on the screen into the app. The app developer says that's going to be in a later iteration, but that is something that is going to be done. But nonetheless, so it's like, and so I told the person, I was like, you all didn't get your revenge, right? And the person was just kind of like silent, but I'm like, I really don't understand how you expect for us to feel sympathetic to a place that has now become the aggressor. So what I say all of that to say that on my campus there was a lot of just stuff going on. Like, you get to see who has the power and who's the voiceless, because if you put up a certain flag, the the police are called and you get escorted off and you get cordoned off and all this other stuff, right? But if you put up another flag that's white, light blue and white, you're you're embraced. And I'm like, so just very, very, very strange stuff going on. Yeah, and so apparently there's an entire week an entire span of time that they spend in mourning over stuff that has happened in the past. And so everybody's supposed to be sad. You're supposed to pull up videos and readings and just be sad and and cry and all this other stuff. And he was saying that that should be, and I think that the day of remembrance of sadness is around that week. That's probably why H attacked during that time. But he was telling me that we needed to be, that why are we even speaking up, because this should be a time. And I'm thinking to myself, I thought this afterwards as I was walking away. I was like, you all are not sympathetic. Like, you, I mean, not sympathetic, but you all don't raise a sympathetic vibe. Like, you all are the aggressors now. Like, come on. You block me now. I am unblocking listening to politics. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You say your name is Roy, but you have a picture of a woman on your thing. You might be trolling. Let me hear. I'll take your comments off the screen so that you don't have to worry, right? So nonetheless, so that's where I'm at. That's where we're at. Thank you, OF. Who is we? Cause I was like, I know you don't expect for me to be sitting here when there is obvious disparity on campus, where there's an obvious tilt, and you want me to be doing what? So yeah, so then there's all of that. And then what else? That's pretty much the bulk. That's pretty much the bulk. Um I have a I need to figure out what, oh wow. I need to figure out what the midterm situation is like for all of my classes. I just know that the one class that I had the intensive in, their midterm paper is due a week from today. Um, 8 to 10 pages, with cited sources, and I don't even know what I'm supposed to be talking about in the midterm, but I'm gonna try to figure it out. And then in that class, 2 weeks later, we have a final. So the final is going to be the 25th of October. And the final is supposed to be a presentation. And I'm like, then, so the rest of my class, because that class is an intensive, everything is just really kind of shortened. But the other classes, the final's not until December. So that's pretty good. At least I have some space on those. But I have to try to get through these midterms, and I really honestly don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. So, nonetheless, like I said, how are you all doing? How's life for you all? Things are seeming a little hectic over here. My first class is not until 2, so I don't have to leave here until 1. So after I get off of here with you all, I'm going to do my workout as best I can. It's my first day back after a few months. So, yeah, I don't know what to say, honestly. I'm at a loss. I, I just, I'm at a loss. So I'll find out how you all are doing. Yeah. Hey, Rachel or Raquel. I think it's Rachel, right? Because Raquel has an A in it, right? I think it's Rachel. I'm not sure. I hope you're well. I was able to start working with an editor who has been editing up my oh damn, I forgot to publish today's video. How are you all liking the that aged well series that I've been publishing over the past week? That's been a way that I can just reconnect to old topics and stuff that's still relevant now. Ideas for the presentation for this class, I really don't have any ideas. The class is about embodied leadership, and so it's really about using the body to, but see, the thing is, I haven't finished reading the books. I'm only one third of the way through one of the books. And so it's like, I need to get through those 3 books. So I really don't even know. Thank you, Yahaya. So for that, and then for my trauma class, for my final, I don't know if we have a midterm, but for the final, I need to interview a person who has experienced loss or trauma. I need to interview them and just take notes on what it is that they're saying, their body language, and stuff like that. So that I know I can do. The feminism class, I'm supposed to do, I believe it's 20 pages. 20 pages plus a presentation, right? Oh, Marianne, thank you. Somebody commented that they liked the new editor. So I copied, I took a screenshot of that and sent it to him. And he was very happy about that. And so for the feminism class, oh, the feminism class, I'm going to write about red pill and incel culture. So, you know what? As a matter of fact, thank you all for the reminder. I in my forensic psychology class from last semester, there was a girl who did a report on incels and red pill, and I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna write to her and see if she can pass me along her research because she had to cite 20 sources in her paper. And I'm like, okay, I don't need to reinvent the wheel. She's done all of this research. I can ask her for her pages. As a matter of fact, let me send her a message right now. Thank you. Thank you so much, Brenda. That's a random comment. I'm going to send her a message. I'm going to ask her if we can meet up for lunch. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. What? Okay. Okay. Hey, girl. Let's do lunch. Let's do lunch. And for my feminism class, I'm covering okay, I'm covering red pill and incel for the final. Uh can you send me your research papers. And let me put a heart and some prayer hands because, child. All right. So I just sent her that. Okay. So my feminism paper is going to be on incel, red pill. It should be on the passport bros. That's what it should. But no, incel is more wide range too. But you know what? Passport Bros can be a section too, as a matter of fact. That feminism paper is going to be fun. So I have a presentation and the paper for the feminism class. And then for the trauma class, I don't remember how many page no, it's not I don't know if I need to do pages with the interview. I need to ask the professor or look at the syllabus. So what else? What else? Um so the leadership, the embodied leadership, the somatic healing class, the somatic healing class, somatic healing is going to be an 8 to 10 page paper. Somatic heal, the leadership is going to be leadership somatic. Oh my gosh, I can't think. Somatic leadership, 8 to 10 on using the body to heal. The trauma class is an interview. I don't know if that also has a paper. The feminism class, 20 pages on incel. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, my elective, my video making class, which I thought was going to be easy because I'm a content creator, but that class is hard as hell. It's like, because we have to like create these video edits each week. Like you all want to see, you want to see what I did for my class last week. You all want to see here. Let me show you. Let me see if I could pull up. Let's see. Where is my where is my class? Yeah, where's my folder? Where's my folder? Oh, I can't find my folder. Where's my folder? Oh, you know what? I put it inside the Telegram group so I can look at it from there. I'll play it from the Telegram group. Let me scroll up because I posted it last week. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I'm going to play this for you all. So the assignment was to go to a platform that you don't really go to and that you don't regularly use and create a video depicting what the experience is like on that platform. So for me, I did fan base, and this right here is, let me see if it has sound. Hey. All right, there it has sound. Here, let me put this up for you all. Okay. So this is for my video elective right here. Here.
Hey, do you know that you're black?
Yeah,
You're black.
okay.
Did you hear me?
And
Culture, creativity, most importantly, community.
you know what? You're right. We are the tastemakers. We make these platforms pop. Flavor, creativity, ingenuity.
Those other
They
platforms
exploit our innovation,
bias algorithms.
using us, stealing, harvesting, using their biased algorithms to suppress our reach.
Yeah, I'm black. Time to come on home.
Yeah, she black.
All right, what are your thoughts on that? The one that I did before that was a color class, right? Well, it was a project on color. So I can't play the volume because it's an India Irie song. Brown Skin is playing in the background, but I can show it to you. right? This so this is just imagine brown skin up against my brown skin. I can't tell where yours begins. I can't tell where mine ends. And it's just like it's like a whole bunch of just different browns from tan to dark, even light. And then cinnamon. Oh, yes, I went there. I did. Oh, you know I had to. You know I had to. I had to show that brown skin, y'all. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because the week before we were talking about the art of nudes, right? So they lucky they didn't get any nude shots in there, but I did show them that brown skin, right? So those were the two projects that I was working on from my video class, right? So basically, it's just the different shades of just like brown. So like if you see, it's like that rich dirt, the cast iron. And so what I was getting at, I'll go through it slow for you all. So I moved away all of the green to get to that really rich dirt that you see. Like it's so fertile. You see how deep and fertile. Right? And then that's the pan. As you see, it's kind of ashen until it's oiled up. That's how I feel about our skin, that when our skin is really oiled, it just glows. It's so dark and rich. Then the almonds, which I toasted. What I wanted was for you all to just get like a really, like I wanted to evoke the senses with this, like because the things that are brown are the richest out there. So like this was like some cacao and the chocolate mixed together. That thing was so good when I drank it. And if you could smell how minty and chocolatey it was really nice. And that's some molasses over some oats, and that's cinnamon. And then here go that cocoa girl. I did darken it up though a little. I increased the contrast to darken my skin, but you know, whatever. I did. And then these are the things that I showed, the rich fertile soil, compost. These are the things you can pause on it if you want to. And then dedicated to all the people who were raised under the rules of white supremacy, who were taught to dislike brown skin and the deepness thereof. I have found, this is what I discovered in doing this project, the richest soils, the most striking flavors, the most romantic seasonings, the most decadent desserts, the deepest umami are all brown. That's what I found. And then this picture, Harvest by Harmonia Rosales. I decided to add that in there so I could be unapologetic with it, y'all. Unapologetic. But yes, so that's what I was going for with that. And then what else? That's pretty much from that class. And then that class I need to do the final presentation is going to be a culmination of like some theme that I've learned throughout the semester for the final. So it's going to be a video project. And so I believe that's all of them that I named. That one, the leadership class, um, the trauma class, the feminism class. Those are all of the ones that I have finals due in. Yeah, yeah. What are you weak about? What are you weak about, Chrissy? But yeah, so that's and then the one that I did on fan base, it was basically when I was on Family, a lot of black people were on there. So I was like, yeah, there's a lot of black content. And I was just like, oh, black, 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 black. And then I was like, yeah, black. It would be good to be in an area where I don't have to hold myself down or back. And I feel like a lot of us need to go on over to fan base because these other platforms, especially with TikTok going to be taken over, there's some things that I learned, right? There's some things I learned about So TikTok, 5 years ago, only 2% of people said that they got their news from TikTok, whereas now over 30% of adults, I believe it's 30% of adults say they regularly get their news from TikTok, and I believe that the vast majority of, I forgot the numbers. I need to write these down. Actually, I did write them down. Hold on, because there's another paper that I'm working on. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. It didn't, my OneDrive is not syncing. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up from the internet. Let me see if I could get into the OneDrive. Where is, here it is. Leave me alone. Okay, so I'm going to show this to you all. This is my schoolwork right here. So, oh my goodness. I don't need the whole screen being shown. All right, here. So this is a paper that I'm working on. Okay. So among age groups, majority of adults use YouTube. 9 out of 10 adults over 50, 86% of adults 50 to 64, 65% of adults 65 and older. Most American adults have gotten their news from social media. So often 21%, sometimes 32%, rarely 19%, and never 27%. But this part right here is the part that was really shocking to me. Only 12%, only 12% of the news shows on YouTube that have 100,000 or more subscribers, only 12% have any type of, have ever been employed by a news agency. So it's like these people don't have journalistic ethic and they are out here creating news shows and programs, but they've never been taught proper journalism. So it's very, very, very interesting. And then there's some, okay, here. Oh, there's a quote that this paper is not finished yet. I just started it. But there's some other things that I wanted to add to the paper. Let me add it in right now. Give me just 1 second. Insert picture. Let me see if I can grab it. Give me 1 second. Because there's some stuff actually. Let me see. Let me see. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Here we go. Where's the thing? Let me refresh this. Because this OneDrive is so problematic. It's like, it's not, it doesn't save your stuff. Yeah, it's not. Oh, I need to go to the website. The website has it on there because these other platforms have failed me. I mean, OneDrive has failed me. Let's see, my files, classes, autumn 2025, trauma class, questions here. Here we go. This is what I wanted to show you all. 80, 45 plus 47 pronto. What are we talking about? All right, here. So I wanted to show you all this right here. This is also something that I'm adding to my paper. According to research, our attention span has markedly decreased in just 15 years. So this was done between 2000 and 2015. In the year 2000, our attention span was 12 seconds. The average attention span in 2015 is 8.25 seconds. So scientists reckon that we have now shorter attention spans than a goldfish, right? And so here, Human beings are forgetful a lot. So 25% of teens forget major details of close friends and relatives. 7% of people forget their own birthday from time to time. 39% of Americans have forgotten one basic piece of information or lost one everyday item in the past week. And so it's like there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And we're forgetting a lot. We are becoming more and more depressed. In the paper that I wrote, let me see if I can pull it up. In the paper that I wrote, it was talking about algorithms, or the paper that I was referencing, it was talking about algorithms and how we are getting more and more isolated because our algorithms are creating separate realities where we don't share a common reality with one another. So that's one of the things that I was going over. And other than that, I am getting ready to work out. Wish me luck because it's been a minute. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Oh. All right. I hope you all are doing well out there. This connecting with you all has helped me feel a little more connected today. So I hope you feel a little more connected as well too. And I don't know what else to say. I my hair, I'm gonna have to wrap my hair because I don't know what is going on with my head and why my Bantu knots. See, the thing is, I don't want to take them out because I don't want to have to do the parts all over again. But the parts are not even sharp anymore, but it's better than nothing. Better than nothing. All right, you all. I will see you all in the next video. I'm just going to relax for a moment before I start working out because if it's 11, I can work out for the next hour, finish up at 12, and then, yeah, the algorithms are the ultimate confirmation bias, of course. So there's a few different things that are going on. People are getting their news from unqualified sources. Also, one other thing that I forgot to mention is that the majority of online news shows are right leaning. The majority of them are right leaning. And 86% of the news shows are male. Only 12% of the online news that we get are spearheaded by women. Only 12%. So it's like men are, or somewhere between 12 and 14% are female run news shows. And so it's like we're getting our news from right leaning men and we are getting further and further divided. Maybe we have too much to remember in this competition. You, you're speaking what the person who wrote this article was talking about. Basically, he gave this quote. This is just confirming for me that I need to put more of these inside of my paper. But like I said, I just started the paper this morning, so I should be finished by this evening. But so basically, he was saying when everything is demanding your attention, you can concentrate on very little. Let me see if I can pull it up because I sure did hold on. Which class is this in? Class autumn. Okay. In this folder, here we go. So coach is saying, I think we have to make sure we look up multiple things. Yeah, that's you, but the average person is not going to do that. They're just going to go to what's being fed to them. Okay, so let me go to this Forbes article for you all. Okay, so this is one of the articles that I needed to read for one of my classes. And let's see. Okay, here. Let's see. I think this is the paragraph. The attention economy is a double-edged sword. On one side, it offers a tailored world where our preferences and interests guide the content and opportunities presented to us. On the other, it poses significant challenges that threaten to undermine the quality of our attention, our relationships, and our understanding of the world. As we move forward, the task at hand is not just to navigate the attention economy, but to reshape it in a way that respects and enriches our most precious resource, our attention. Let's see. Let me see if I could find, because I've read a few different art. That's the problem with reading so much because you can't remember where you read it at, or at least I can't. I don't know if how other people are doing it. Our attention in this economy, which sees our focus as a finite resource, attention in the background, the concept of attention economy in 1997. Let's see. Mm, it put you in a preferred position to get anything this new economy offers. I'm trying to find where he made that quote. From the minute you wake up to the second you drift off to sleep is a series of decisions about where to allocate your attention. Whether it's opting to binge watch this or read email, these choices delineates and contours our lives, shaping our relationships. The value of our attention is 853 billion. My goodness. It must not be in this article. It must be in the other article that I've read. Let me see if I can click on that. Okay. This is the other article. How come it's not opening? Oh, I didn't link it right. Oh. Okay. So here, this is Pew Research that is talking about where our attention is going online. And men, women, the ages, it's going through all of that. Very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Oh, I can't find the article. I can't find the article, y'all. Oh, no wonder. No wonder. I need to I still have a lot of work that I need to do. I appreciate you all. Shantae, I'll see you all later. Listen, I'm gonna get out of here because I want to just rest for like 10 minutes and then get up at 11 and then do my workout. So I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much. Hey, big leg y'all. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for coming out. All right.